Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day, y'all. Every single day. Subscribe to me on Apple Podcasts, on iHeartRadio, on Spotify, and especially on YouTube. You're not rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. First off, I'm repping my Fayetteville State t-shirt in honor of my daughter, Chantel, and her husband, my son-in-law, Avery, both graduates of Fayetteville State, repping them today. And we got some basketball tomorrow. And I know there's already been some basketball going down. I know some basketball, yesterday. It was some basketball going on yesterday, and it's some basketball going on today. It is. But that's the JV. That's the JV version. We got some varsity coming up tomorrow, starting at 12 o'clock. We got that going on tomorrow. It's time for all the talk to stop. Because real deal basketball is going down in Greenville tomorrow. It's going down tomorrow, y'all. And we got an opponent. We got an opponent in Texas A&M that just beat up on Mississippi State. Just beat on Mississippi State, right? 16 points, I believe. Yeah, and Mississippi State had two players that were second team all SEC. Yeah, right. I see that. I see it, right? Yeah, but I ain't gonna talk about, because I already did a whole diatribe about that old bogus SEC award. So I'm not gonna talk about it today unless it strikes me and I have to talk about it. But I'm just going like this right here. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, is going down. 12 o'clock. Don't be late. Be there early. Be there for warm-ups. Be there for every festivity that's going on tomorrow. Because tomorrow, in all actuality, starts the actual SEC tournament. And you starting off with the number one team across the land. Number one team across the land, and that's the South Carolina women's basketball team. And it's going down tomorrow against Texas A&M. I can't wait. I've been waiting for almost a year for this. I've been waiting for a long time for this to start up, and it's here. So get your popcorn ready. Get your sweet tea brewed up. Get your container of pig feet. We need it all. Get your crock pot if it would let you in with it. Get whatever situation that you can bring into this environment to make sure Carolina is all crunk up and ready, because we play A&M, and I can't just jump into talking about A&M, because last time we beat A&M, I mean it wasn't close. It wasn't close at all. And then we beat them in our own spot. We beat them in our own place. They got whooped up on in their own neighborhood. No, Carolina came in and busted up in the door and beat them up. That's what Carolina did to Texas A&M. So we won by 32 points. And we gotta act like we ain't played them before, because it's the real deal, right? So all these others talking, all these other records that was going on don't matter. Don't matter at all. It don't matter. What matters is us getting the W tomorrow, and continue on this ride to the championship. I'm losing my voice already this week, so a little straggly. So y'all got to deal with it today. But it's been a great week for basketball, and tomorrow A&M, come on up. You're the first one. You're the first victim that's going to get this beat down tomorrow. You're the first one. Then probably, Alabama on Saturday. And then LSU, everything lines up LSU on Sunday. But A&M, I guess we got to talk about it a little bit. And if we just go by the game that, the last time we played A&M, and I don't think it's going to be this easy, this time. I don't think so. It could be. I don't think so, though. Because they only shot 30% from the field. So A&M shot 30% from the field and against the number one defense and number one defensive rating. Yeah. Should have had the player of the year. And we did have a player of the year. Yeah, Camila Cardozo. Yeah. Camila Cardozo won the player of the year. And Ashlyn Watkins should have been on the first team defense, but that didn't transpire. Raven Johnson should have been on the first team, but that didn't transpire either. It didn't happen. But I move on. I'm pissed off, but I move on. Number one in defensive rating. Number one in 2-point percentage. Top 15 in 3-point percentage allowed. Number one in block shots. I can go on and on and on about the greatness of South Carolina women's basketball team's defense. I can go on and on and on. They shot 30% last time at their own place. What you think they're going to do in Greenville tomorrow? What do you think they're going to do in Greenville tomorrow? They shot 23%, 5 for 22 last time at the 3-point line. 5 for 22. That's not very good, y'all. Just not very good. 30% from the field goal range ain't good either. Ain't good. They did shoot 81% from the free throws because I'm always going to hit this whole stigma about the Gamecocks and shooting free throws. You can shoot great free throws in a basketball game. You could do that. But does that guarantee you victory? Does that guarantee you victory? It don't guarantee you no victory. And you can shoot horrible. Does that guarantee you victory? No. Does that guarantee you defeat? No, it doesn't. What it guarantees you is some fouls on the opponent. But just for revisionist history against Texas A&M, Carolina, shot 81% for the free throw line. Just saying. Shot 81% from the free throw line. When teams say that we can't shoot free throws. Got it. Okay. Keep on thinking that. Other teams, other basketball aficionados, other basketball squads keep thinking that Carolina can't shoot free throws. And I encourage you to foul our players. Please foul our players and put them to the free throw line. Texas A&M, I encourage you to do that if that's your mode of winning, because you're going to the lab with a pen and a pad because you're so high right now, beating Mississippi State. It's time to get back to reality. And Carolina going to put you back to where you belong. That's going down tomorrow. Rebounding wasn't too good. They only had 29 rebounds. Carolina had 42. We are top 3, top 4 in the league in rebounding. That's Carolina. Yeah. And when you have an efficient offense like we do, that is number 3 in the country in offensive rating, you don't have as many rebounds to get. You don't. We get a lot of defensive rebounds. We don't get as many offensive rebounds because we don't. When you shoot about 50% from the field and 40% from the 3-point line, you don't have as many opportunities, for rebounds. But you hold an opponent to 30% from the field, 22% from the 3-point line. You have a whole lot of opportunities to get defensive rebounds. You have a whole lot. This just wasn't. This is a bad day in the office for Texas A&M. They only had 8 assists. Only had 8 assists in this basketball game. That's it. Just 8. Carolina had 24. And did exactly what we wanted to do offensively. 24 assists. 24 assists. And you know, this was a game. This was that game that kind of solidified with me that Chloe ain't no joke. You know, 21 minutes, double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, five big assists. 5 of them. 5 big assists. Cardoza had 17 and 13 and 2 blocks. And it just, and I hear a whole lot of talk about, oh, Carolina ain't winning no postseason awards because they don't play enough minutes. You know why we don't win? This is the reason. This is the reason we don't win postseason awards. First of all, it's voted on by other coaches. That's number one. That is one of the biggest reasons we don't win a whole lot of postseason awards. And second of all, we don't win a whole lot of postseason awards because there's a little Carolina fatigue. Because they know these teams they know these other 13 teams know that Carolina should have won all the awards. And they know that because they got the best players. They got the best players. And I just look at the first team and second team. There's only a couple players on the first team. I mean, real talk. Looking at the first team, you talking about Nisa Morrow and Angel Reese. Or you know what? Nisa Morrow, Angel Reese, and Rakia Jackson from the first team. Because they had, 8 of them? 8 of them, right? Those are the only players out of the whole entire first team will make our top 7 on our team. So, and then I don't even talk about the second team. I don't even want to discuss that, the second team. You know, Carolina wins by so many points. It is a detriment to voters because our players don't play enough minutes. And in this game, Chloe only played 21 minutes because we won by 32 points. 35 points, let me say. We won by 35 points. But she still had a double-double. But she didn't play 35 minutes. She didn't play 36 minutes like some of these other teams. She didn't do that because those only played 26 minutes. But she had a double-double. But she didn't, play a whole ton of minutes, Bree Hall, 28 minutes. Raven Johnson had 21 minutes. That's all she had, 21 minutes. And she didn't have stellar stats. No, she played 21 minutes. Had 6 points. Not too, ain't nothing to write home about, right? 6 points, 4 assists, no turnovers. 21 minutes of play. That sounds pretty good to me. Tina Pow only had 10 points in that basketball game. Just 10 points. She played 27 minutes, 4 for 7, 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, but she had 5 assists, 1 turnover. Okay? So don't reward mediocrity. SEC coaches, don't reward mediocrity just so you could get players from other teams the awards when Carolina deserve it. Don't do it. And Texas A&M, I'm sorry that you're going to have to get the brunt of this frustration that Carolina fans and Carolina players and coaches and across the land is getting. Don't. I'm sorry for your loss because you got some good players. You got some really good players. Rogers is back. She had missed the 6 previous games until today and go work her way back and everything. And in this game, she had 21 points. So that's somebody we got to definitely deal with. Lauren Ware. Koulibaly. They are going to come to play, but at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Texas A&M ain't got enough talent on this basketball team to beat South Carolina. They don't. It ain't no crime. It ain't no crime that they don't have enough talent to beat South Carolina. It ain't. It's just the way that is. It's just the way it is. There are so many levels to being great. There's so many levels to being great. Recruiting, transfer portal, development, all those things, are a key part in being great. Well, Carolina's great at all of them. All of them. Where some teams aren't as good. They might be pretty good at recruiting, but they're not too good in transfer portal. They might not be too good in transfer portal, but pretty, but they might be able to develop, But in this age of NIL and kids want to just start wherever they go, it's not too easy to plug and play players. It's not too easy to flip your roster. It's not too easy, is it? Not too easy. At least that's what they said with Gamecocks. It wasn't too easy. You know, Gamecocks can't flip their roster and just completely rebuild and just, 5 new starters and 7 new players and all these things. And it's MiLaysia Cooper leave in June, going over to Tennessee. Carolina sure can't, flip the roster and be a quality top team. No. Dawn Staley's good, but she ain't all that, right? That's what they thought. That's exactly what they thought. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted, right? They wanted us to think that the Gamecocks can't do it again, but if you've been rocking with Cap Will for a long time, this is a prime opportunity right now to subscribe to this old podcast, because it's the best thing going today. There's a whole lot of podcasts out there, but it's the best one going today, and especially for Gamecock women's basketball, it's the best one. But if you've been rocking with Cap Will, you already know what we had up next, because I talk about recruiting. So it wasn't a surprise. Am I surprised that we undefeated? I am surprised that we're undefeated, because I thought we was going to lose about 2 or 3 games this season. Well, that didn't transpire. And the possibility is that we could lose 2 games this season. Yeah. Sounds crazy, right? It is a possibility that we could lose 2 basketball games this season. If we lose a game in the SEC tournament, we lose a game in the national championship. But we won 29 in a row. And some people get on me about from other teams and other podcasts, whatever it is. Like, Cap Will, you're always talking about how undefeated we are. Well, we are, and nobody else is. So we have to stand on business about that. And at the end of the day, who want this smoke? Who want this smoke? Because Texas A&M don't want this smoke. They don't want this smoke right here. They don't want this smoke. They don't. Texas A&M could play the best game they've ever played in life tomorrow. The best game they've ever played in life. And they got to hope that Carolina plays the worst game that Carolina's ever played in order for them to win. That is the recipe for A&M to win this basketball game. They played the best ever. And Carolina forget where the gym is. That is the only way we lose in this basketball game. That is the only way. There's no other way that Carolina loses this basketball game. There's no way. They forget where the gym is. And there ain't no disrespect to Texas A&M, because they're a good basketball team. They're going to the NCAA tournament. But there are levels to this thing, and A&M don't want no parts of this smoke. Don't want no parts of this smoke. Then we move on to what's the team? Probably Alabama. And I want to see some Alabama. I do. I want to see some Sarah Ashley Barker from Alabama. Oh, first team. Oh, yes, you see, I want some of that. I want to see her. Neutral court. Is it neutral? I don't think so. Because there's going to be a ton of Carolina fans starting tomorrow, taking over that gym. Oh, it's going to be a home game for Carolina. Home game tomorrow, home game on Saturday, and it's going to be a home game on Sunday. And you know what Carolina don't do. We don't lose at home. You know that. We don't lose at home. So a lot of wishful thinking, but I want to see some Sarah Barker. I want to see Sarah Barker, first team All SEC. I want to see second team Aaliyah Nye from Alabama. I want to see her. Second team. Yeah, I want to see her too. I want to see Essence Cody. Made all freshman team. I want to see how good they are. I want to see what they bring into the table. I want to see what Carolina got to dealing with these players. I want to see why they so good. I want to see why other teams are voted them on first team and second team and all freshmen. I want to know. Somebody fill me in. Somebody let a brother know. Let me know in the comments. Like, why are they like that? Why are they? I just want to know. Somebody help me out. Because last time that we played Alabama, we won by almost 30 points. We won by almost 30 points. The game was at home. You know, Alabama had a real difficult time trying to score the basketball against Carolina. They only shot 22%. 22%. But dang, man, they had a first team all SEC player and a second team all SEC player and a player that made the whole, all freshman team, you know what I'm saying? All these different all these different accolades. But they shot 22% from the field and 16%. 16% from the three-point line. Yeah. That's what they did. And you just, when you have those accolades, you have a target, especially when those accolades are a target. And I just feel that our players should have got more of those accolades. We got some. I ain't gonna let it go. But Sarah Barker, first team all SEC. No, she didn't play too well against Carolina. No, she didn't play too well. She played 22 minutes, 2 for 11 from the field. 2 for 11 from the field. 0 for 3 from three-point line. She had 4 big points. 4 big points against the number 1 team in the land. 4 big points. I got it. But Cap. Well, we got another SEC all second team, right? We got another. We had Leonard, 33 minutes, 1 for 9 from the field, 1 for 6 from the 3. Oh, she had 3 points. So you talk about the first 2 players on the first and second team from Alabama had to combine 5 points in this basketball game, right? 5 points. Y'all miss me with all that mess. I'm salty. You can't have 2 players. This is how I feel. You can't have 2 players who first team, second team. Oh, I didn't mention Essence Cody, right? Essence Cody. Essence Cody played 24 minutes. She had 2 points. 2 points. 5 rebounds. All freshmen, right? Got it. Okay. But you can't have this talent because Alabama's so talented. Alabama's so talented. They won so many basketball games this year, and they did. But like I told you before, there are levels to this. And there are levels to this. It's Carolina number 1. Then a big drop off, and then y'all can discuss who's 2, 3, and 4, and all that stuff. And so I hope Alabama makes it to Saturday. I hope they do. I hope they make it to Saturday because I want to see up close and personal what they got. I want to see. Because last time I saw Alabama and Carolina, because I was at the game, they got ran off the court. Last time Texas A&M and Carolina played, they got ran off their own court. But I want to see. I want to see. I just got to see it. And this ain't no pity party. Captain ain't doing no pity party today. Ain't no pity party. It's tournament time. And I'm going to be talking a whole lot just about random stuff. And this random stuff thing that's going on today in my mind is the disrespect of the Carolina Gamecocks across the whole board and with SEC coaches. It just makes me angry. It just makes me a little upset. It makes me a little bit upset. Just a little bit. But LSU ain't forgot about y'all because everything lines up. We will see y'all on Sunday. Another home game for the Carolina Gamecocks. You did everything you can. Try to buy up all the tickets. All the tickets of Carolina can't get no tickets, right? That ain't work out. Complaining a whole lot about this, that, and third. That ain't work out. None of those things worked out. Nope. Didn't work out at all. Didn't work out. So, if I was a betting man, you already know Captain Will is a betting man. You already know that when it goes down, tomorrow, when it goes down on Saturday, when it goes down on Sunday, and we see LSU eye-to-eye, when I'm taking a sip out of my sweet tea on Sunday, when I'm taking a sip out of my sweet tea, when I'm taking a bite out of my pig feet on Sunday, because I'm already fast forwarding to Sunday. I don't know, and I know we got games to play. But you know, A&M got no chance against South Carolina. You know that, right? You know that. I don't want the ladies to think like I'm thinking, because they got to actually play the game. But we out talented. We out talent A&M tomorrow and possibly Alabama on Saturday. But LSU says that we snuck that victory against them early in the season. And I remember last year. I mean, that's some revisionist history from last year's SEC tournament. Because we beat down LSU in the regular season with 24 points or something. We beat them down. Yeah, it wasn't close at all. It just wasn't close. And after that victory, we got to the SEC tournament. LSU would say, "Oh, LSU gonna come back and gonna beat us. Gonna get some payback. Get that get back. I get back." That's what they said, right? But you know what happened? LSU didn't play us in the SEC tournament. They did not, because they lost against Tennessee before the championship game. So LSU, you gotta first get to the game. Now Carolina gotta get to the game too. I understand that, but you gotta get to the game before you start talking about Carolina and some get back. It's gonna be tough to get your lit back if you are back to the crib. But I would love, I'm Taylor. I love to see LSU and Carolina play again. I would love it. I'd love to see it play again in the NCAA tournament. I wish we could play them 4 times in a year. That's what I wish. I do. So we can stop all this noise, stop all this talk about LSU thinking they better than us. LSU ain't beat us in like 14 years. Something like that. 14 years. Something like that. I don't remember. I was a young man back then. It's a long time. The last time LSU beat Carolina. But you can think so, and it's cool. It's cool. But we know that A&M don't want no parts of this smoke. Alabama, after that whooping that we did against them, they don't want no parts of this smoke. LSU, do y'all want parts of this smoke from Carolina? Do y'all want some of this goodness, some of this country pride that we got going on down here in South Carolina? Do y'all want some of this? We are glad to give it to you if that's what you want. We are glad. We're so glad, and we welcome the opportunity. We welcome the opportunity. You got an invitation to cookout. Invitation to cookout. You ain't got to sign in. You ain't got to play in the spades game. You ain't got to do none of those things. You just come on and get a plate. Have a seat to the cookout. You might not like the outcome that goes down on Sunday. It might affect your seating if you make it. But it's all good. It's all good. Anissa Morrow, really good player. Angel Reese, really good player. Flage, really good player. All these players, right? Oh my God. It's cute. It's cute. I'm gonna go through a few of these comments. And let's see what y'all got to say. And I know I went on live early. I felt like the right thing to do. Karen Richardson, hey, Captain Will, looking forward to tomorrow. Let's go. You got it, sis. You got it. I wonder how many of y'all taking off from work. How many of y'all are actually taking off work tomorrow to go to this game? How many of y'all calling in sick? I tell you this right here. If you are calling in sick for tomorrow's game, you better not be nowhere close to a camera. Don't do that. You go hide. You wear a mask. You do whatever you can. Because there ain't nothing like you calling in sick and your boss watching the game on the TV or watching on his phone or was she watching on her iPad You know what I'm saying? Watching the game, because you know everybody's going to be doing it, right? And they see you up there waving a towel during a sandstorm. That's a bad way to go. Day T, can't wait. Gamecock Chuck, I have to sneak around at work and catch as much as I can. You right, fam. You are right, brother. Day T, A&M is better during tournament time. It may be. But they about to get a whooping from the woodshed with a long, thorny switch. That's about to go down tomorrow. Greg Perry can't wait to head out first thing in the AM tomorrow to see the Gamecocks whip A&M. Yes. Cindy, I can't wait. I've already lost my voice. Ha. Me too. The voice is gone. Voice is leaving me. And I know about it. I gotta do some shows this week. I gotta stay on point. It's gonna be some cognac drinking this weekend. It's gonna be some whiskey drinking. It's gonna be some sweet tea. It's gonna be some Gatorade, because I gotta stay hydrated, keep my electrolytes. Gotta do all those things. I gotta drink more water. Gotta stay, mix it with water. But I gotta get my voice back. I gotta do things. My wife gotta make some sweet tea when she get back to the crib. Gotta do all those things. Kimberly Page, Cap over here still stressing from yesterday. Yes, girl, I am. I just don't like disrespect. I don't like disrespect. If we are better than you, and everybody with eyes can see that we are better than you, we need to be recognized. That's all I can say. And I know it's individual awards. I got that. It's individual awards, right? But if you're the number one team in the country by a lot, we need more individual awards, because they ain't just showing up. They just ain't showing up. It's something. If we won the 29 straight games and won, lost one game last year, had 36-1. I mean, it's something about these individuals on this team to make it as great. It's something. And these teams that making this first team, the second team, if they ain't as good as us, why the hell they ranking the first team and the second team? Make the math make sense. Because if I was a voter, if I was an aficionado of all these things, first off, you got to reward winning. That's the first thing. You got to reward winning. And if you're rewarding winning, and this is Captain Will's thing, ain't everybody's thing, but this should be the law. This should be the law right here when you're doing postseason awards. So in the SEC, you are rewarded for being great during the season by getting a double bye. So you got Carolina, you got a double bye, LSU double bye. All those 4 teams get double byes, right? So that's a reward. So why not, if they are rewarded for getting a double bye because they're the best teams in the SEC, well, that tells me that if you are getting a double bye, that means your players are really, really good. Because you're not just getting a double bye because your players are average. That don't make sense to me. If your players are average, you're not getting a double bye, right? Okay, but we are rewarding players who didn't get a double bye. I think in order to get a postseason award in the SEC, I feel that you can only get those awards if you are getting a double bye. So you are rewarding excellence. You're rewarding excellence. You don't reward mediocre teams with postseason awards. So LSU, talented. South Carolina, talented. They should be rewarded for greatness because they are the two best teams in the SEC. We know that. They're the two best teams. But you can't be having no 13th, 14th seed in this tournament, getting rewarded for being a second team. Are you kidding me? That don't make no sense. Make the math work. Make the math work. You rewarding Georgia? Nicholson, really good player. But Georgia's horrible. but she made all SEC. I don't understand. Somebody got to make it make sense to me. And I don't want to hear they're the most valuable to their team. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear they're the most valuable to their team, because if they're the most valuable to their team and they still 12 seed, 11 seed, 13 seed, 14 seed, that player that's so valuable to that team will be the 9th, 10th player on South Carolina. Here's a fun fact. A lot of players on the first and second team wouldn't make our 7 or 8 on our depth chart. That is the reality. That's reality. That's reality. So the brunt of this stuff, we'll see. Gray Perry, we win by 25. Yeah. Kimberly Plays win by 15 plus. Yeah. Timothy Thompson, tomorrow's a new era. The Gamecocks is not letting the pedal off the gas this weekend. We making a statement of who the Gamecocks stand on business is logic. So true, so true, and so true. So true. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. And we are going to have a great time in the game. We're going to have a great time in the post game tomorrow night. That will be going down at 8:00 p.m., hopefully after a LSU loss tomorrow. It is Gamecocks time. It is time for everyone across the land, all 359 other teams, to understand that we are the best and y'all ain't. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. The Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, so I can continue to bring you this gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Subscribe on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and especially on YouTube. You're now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go.